What's up, everyone? This is Tatum. I'm back with another episode of Flowers. For those that's new to my channel, Flowers is my segment where I like to give some of my favorite albums or albums that I feel like deserve a little bit more appreciation, their recognition, and their flowers, hence the title. In this album that I'm doing today, it was requested. I've been supposed to do this so long ago, but sorry, I just be caught up in a whole bunch of stuff. Life, this, that, a bunch of stuff. But today I'm glad I'm finally here and I could do this one. Today I'm going to be talking about an album that's one of my favorite from this artist. An album that I feel like, as you can tell by the title, an album I feel like it's the sleeper album that we all should be listening to. I'm so anxious. Today I'm going to be talking about Nas, The Lost Tapes. Lost Tapes was released in '02, I believe. Was it after? Sorry, my son's toys here. I know it was after Stillmatic, but I can't remember. I think it was before Godson. All right, so it was released after Stillmatic. It was released after Stillmatic, and it says here that Columbia wanted to capitalize on the comeback year that Nas had. For all you people who were in my comments in my Stillmatic review, and I'll put it up here, my Stillmatic Flower episode, where I was saying that this was Nas, that Stillmatic was Nas' comeback album and it saved his career, Columbia thought so as well. Anyway, I'm just being petty. Lost Tapes is one of my favorite Nas albums, probably my top 3 Nas albums. For me, Godson, Illmatic, and Lost Tapes are my favorite Nas albums of all time. Just a little backstory. I was listening to this album today, and I forgot that, where is it? Like on Lost Tapes on streaming, they had Fetus as the last record. But back in '02, this is for all the kids and who wouldn't understand. But there was this thing called leaks. There was this thing called leaks when the albums were leaked prior. And my cousin, he's like the first person I know in the hood who had the CD burner and Napster and all that good shit, and he would burn like the CDs from his desktop, whatever. But the CD that I had, I never physically owned the store bought Lost Tapes. I wouldn't even be able to tell you what the booklet looked like, the CD or anything. I always had the burnt CD from '02, my cousin. And Fetus started the album, which makes sense to me, right? So my whole life, I'm listening to Lost Tapes with Fetus starting at the bottom, where I shot my way out my mom Dukes, which I thought was a great intro, and then going to Do Rags, which is like, now we're just into it now, just for the people who watching this, we're into the discussion of the album. They have Fetus as the last song now, and I don't like that. I'm accustomed to the way that I've been listening to it my whole life. So Fetus was first, which I thought was a great introduction. Like I said, let me just say this before I get into Do Rags, which is probably one of my favorites on here. The Nas that's on this album, which is crazy that these are the songs that didn't make, like I Am and Nostradamus and Stillmatic. Some of them did, but I don't think for the most part. I forgot what song made Stillmatic. Either way, this is how I like my Nas. Like, besides like the Illmatic era of Nas, and besides that era of Nas where, you know, it was just young and ambitious and nasty Nas style, my Nas that I like is like that grown Nas, that storytelling Nas, that when I listen to Nas, I want to listen to it like I'm listening to my OG. And, you know, somewhere in between I Am and Nostradamus, the message, no pun intended, became too preachy, for lack of better words. And that could be like his growth and him living life, and, you know, certain things you want to bring into your music that just don't kind of work as for the artist that you are. And for Nas fans, I'm a Nas fan. Before y'all get in the comments and start saying, but I Am and Nostradamus was the greatest, they still went platinum. Somebody wrote in the comments that I Am and Nostradamus still went platinum. So what do you mean to fall off? What I mean is quality of music. But anyway, this is how I like my Nas. I like it for it. I would like for it to be like I'm listening to my OG, but he's not preaching so much. Like, we riding around, he's giving me the game like he did to the little boy in Belly. You know what I mean? When he gave him the Jews, literally. But do rags is one of my favorites, even as a kid. Like do rags are back for the hat, smokers, snorkers, and furs. Rikers out of bus still packed. What's the word? The drink stay drinking, puffing a herb, and I'm still enjoying life's ride. One more time. Even that beat, that precision. I don't even know who that is, but like that production on there, dun 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 dun. And I wanted to just be monetized, so I won't put the music in here. But you already know the album if you listen to this video. To go from that and to get into My Way, produced by the Alchemist, which I think they could have done. They could have done an album together like Hit Boy style, and I think it would have been crazy. But I remember riding around with my cousins listening to shit like, what does he say? Word to Will buried in his fila suit and word to Will buried in his fila suit and heavy chain. I want to be iced up, niggas bury me the same. I live for street glory and die for ghetto fame, or some shit he like said like that. A true boss never lose wars. Got cheddar the flaws, nigga. I think this on here he says a line like alcoholic on toilets I shit blood. I think that's this song too, and I remember hearing that as a kid like ew, like ew, too graphic, Nas. But this is crazy. Like all these songs were left off. You got My Way. You got Gotta Love It, which is real conversation with the AZ sample. Nostradamus, knowing I rap. Flowing is sick. I got the chips to make a load my whip. Gold on my neck with once a code of respect for high rollers and vets. Prefer Mac 10 over Tech. I know I'm fucking it up, but like I'm trying to go off what I remember from this shit. You Gotta Love is probably one of my favorites on here. Matter of fact, even how it comes on, like it fades in. Real conversation for that ass. It's what they want, huh? And one of my favorite lines, the best lines, is gonna come from this. He spazzes on that last verse to You Gotta Love It. Like, spaz, 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 spaz. Nothing Lasts Forever was crazy. No Ideas original. That's the one produced by Alchemist, I believe. And through my life, weekly, monthly, you're gonna hear me say to someone, I use it so much. I always say, like, just talking about life and shit, and this is how I know, like, I was raised by hip hop. No Ideas original. It's nothing new under the sun. It's never what you do, but how it's done. Like that's my quote for life. Like nothing's original. No ideas original. Nothing's new under the sun. It's never what you do, but how it's done. What you base your happiness around? Material, women, and lost paper. That means you're inferior, not major. If niggas can look inside my mind, you'll find where bodies are buried. First, look past the hotties and dimes. Go to the center. Enter with caution. Past the brain cells graveyard where we responsible for memory losses. I don't even know, but like I always say about Nas, the way that he could just take you into a story so vivid, like he could take you to a story inside his mind. Now watch out for all the dead bodies and don't mind the loss of memory due to weed smoke. Like it's like that guy, goat. For all the people who don't think I like Nas, Nas is the fucking goat. I say all the time, if in dictionary if they got the word MC, Nas' face should be right there. Perfect voice, perfect everything. Blazer 50 is who produced Blazer 50? LES and Tony Pope. So you know that song was from the I Am era, maybe probably before that. Like when the last time Nas worked with Tony Pope? Was it the I Am album? Maybe Nostradamus. Blazer 50, that beat is just ridiculous. Even the story of my favorite part of it in there is like a drunk who fucked Chili. This will wind up in the paper. It's easy to get the pussy. Just don't fall in love. Next thing you know, I'm laid up with this bitch in the tub. Al Capone suite, washing the feet. I was like, this nigga Nas crazy. He said, wilding out on my character, taping it. But great story. Like these are some of my favorite Nas songs. Everybody's Crazy. Isn't there? This is for this, and this is gonna be for my real hip hop fans. Isn't there a G Unit mix? Isn't there a G Unit song where they're rapping over Everybody's Crazy? Somebody's gonna get robbed, get shot, I swear it's a G Unit freestyle over that beat. Let me know in the comments. I don't feel like looking it up. I know Google exists, but sometimes I like living in like the moments where we would like ask a question and don't know the answer. Gonna come back to you, but I was somebody like, here's Google. Sorry for my little tangent. Purple is so dope. But he said, what did he say? The color purple will make Whoopi give me the pussy. Some shit like that. Drunk by Myself is another one that's cool. Black Zombies is that walking, talking, though we think we're living, we're just copycats, following the system. Black Zombies, and that's how I want my Nas to preach. Nas has a voice that he could do like these little. He could do, I said these little. That's how black people. Your little. He could do harmonies very well. Like he shows it on here. He shows it on It's a song on Streets Disciples, and he's talking about his daughter. I forget the name. You can let me know in the comments, but I'll write it in the comments if I remember. But he's like kind of singing there too. But I like my Nas like that, like the Icans and Black Zombies, where it's not overly preachy. The beat is good, but he's still getting that message across. Like, we ain't gotta live like this. We ain't gotta live like this. You know what I mean? And that's what I want from my Nas. And to end it with Papa Was a Player, which was D. Angeletti, which what I come to find out was actually Kanye who did this beat. Surprisingly, now they add him into the credits now and stuff. But if you look, like, it wasn't even a thing. Which is crazy because Kanye produced Takeover around the same time. Like you said on Blueprint 2, you did Takeover. Do you got beef with Nas? Quick fact, do y'all remember when Kanye was working on Late Registration, we majors on there with Nas, and he was like, he did the song and he was scared to play it for Jay-Z. It was like some MTV2 like interview about Late Registration. If you find it, give a thumbs up to the video. Another side note, I hate the fact that they took down so many great like old VH1, MTV, BT footage off YouTube. It sucks so bad. It was a channel that I followed recently this year. It was like Hip Hop VCR, some shit like that. But then they started taking his shit down. He put down Jay-Z at fucking Summer Jam bringing out Michael Jackson, and we never seen that footage ever in life. Fuck YouTube, but I love YouTube. It ain't even so much fuck YouTube. It's more fuck Viacom. Like, that makes it even better for me. No shows for you, Tatum. But to end it with Papa Was a Player, I always fuck with that song because it kind of made me... It's a lot of black relationships with their fathers, black men relationships with their fathers that's similar to this. Like, I remember listening to it as a kid, a 12-year-old, and you hear Nas talking about walking in and seeing, like, yo, dad, what's this shit on your face? And who's this lady? She ain't my mommy. And he like telling her, telling him like, you'll understand when you're older. And he talks about all this stuff and how his parents met and blah blah blah, and then how it was when he was a kid and the flaws he saw in his father. But then to end it with, some kids never knew who Pop was. That's why I show my Pop love. You know what I mean? Because he was there whenever we need him around. You know what I mean? I fuck with that portion because a lot of times, as a black man and as a black father, we get a bad typecast a lot when I think the good of us outweigh the bad of us tremendously. And that's all I'll say on that. Shit. And on that note, let me get into my best songs. No Ideas original. Fuck. You Gotta Love It. And Do-Rags. Yeah. With Purple right there. Yeah. Worst song. I really love this whole album, but maybe Nothing Lasts Forever. Just because of the beat. That beat reminds me so much of like old school. Beat and hook reminds me so much of late 90s, early 2000 hip hop. Where the hooks just really wasn't that good to me. Like, I always used to hate like rapper hooks. I don't know. It's like a very New York thing, and I just don't really like it. Sorry for all, like, most of my subscribers are from New York. I just like shitted on them. Sorry, y'all. Best line. I'll just start it right here. He said, "You see niggas and blacks, there goes a loud difference. Coke sniffing, tapping 13-year-old chickens. You can't be a kingpin when you snitching. Regardless, we'll still make you a target. We shoot you in jail, chrome objects, hit you in your own projects. It's streetonomics. This rhyme is edited, credited through Ebonic." I hear that shit all the time. And as an honorable mention, I'll say, I'll put No Ideas original with that Barry White sample, I think that is. He says, "Stuck for your bling, stripped for your chain. The same story from Czechoslovakia to Texas metropolis. Them treacherous rosters and the Mexican mafias be scrapping with tats on their back. Violent wars, nothing less than a lethal injection. If ever caught, courtrooms, eagles and flags, American style. While in our world, the ghetto stays incredibly foul. Watching for paint chips, don't want no lead in your child. But them gangsters put lead in your child. The desert be out, the chain be like 100K. Shining since Shantae Roxanne made Runaway. That's been a minute. Fuck it. Nas, the Godson. Let's wrap this up though.
Peace.
In closing, go listen to Lost Tapes if you haven't. I'm pretty sure you have if you're watching this video. If you haven't, go check that shit out. I say again, top 3 Nas albums for me, and the fact that it's essentially throwaways, right? Throwaways were better than. I'll just say this again. Lost Tapes is in my top 3 Nas. Like Lost Tapes is all right. Let's just be honest. Lost Tapes is better than a lot of Nas albums. Period. Like it's just better than a lot of Nas albums, which is just incredible. That at that time, maybe somebody else should have been picking the songs for Nas to go on these albums. Because if he left those off the albums, and I just don't understand it. Like I really don't understand that like logic in that. Because these are like, damn, like these are great. But let me know in the comments what some of your favorite records off Lost Tapes. Give me your top 3. Let me know where you also think Lost Tapes ranks in the Nas discography. I know it's like a compilation, so it doesn't technically count as a Nas like studio album. But let me know where you rank it at in Nas discography. For me, if I'm taking my bias out of it, Illmatic, it was written. Shit, I forgot he dropped so many goddamn albums with Hit Boy. That Magic and King's Disease 2 is dope. Shit. It was Illmatic. It was written. Man, this might be number 3. I'm sorry. This really might be number 3. Like, I really, really think this is a great body of work. Like, 11 to 12 songs. Like, he really didn't miss with this. Anyways, I'm running. This video has gone on far too long. Leave your comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button. All flowers going to Nas. Lost Tapes. I'm Tatum. Peace.